Hello, everybody. Welcome back, guys. It is Wrestling Rampage. I'm Joey.
I'm Tommy.
I'm Pops.
And today, guys, we have a special, great video with our good friends here on YouTube. Guys, go ahead and introduce you guys yourselves.
Hi, my name is Nick Kurtz.
DanTheBeast 94.
And the DVD Freak.
That's right. And, guys, we are going to be doing the WWE Wrestlemania 36 predictions for you guys. And this is going to be a pretty good video.
Oh, yes, it is. Yes, it is.
I can hear the crowd now.
Oh,
The indoor attendance record
of zero.
And then when the graphic comes up, they'll inflate it by like 10 to 15,000. So they'll just do a big crowd panning shot.
Jam-packed to the raft in the Performance Center.
And then you can have the sparklers go off instead of the pyro.
Yeah.
That's where they deducted the money from the pyro.
And they can throw the streamers and everything now.
Honestly, the fact that this pay-per-view is even happening is shocking to me.
Yes.
Like,
Absolutely.
they easily could have just postponed this thing until June or July or even August if you just wanted to do like a SummerSlam WrestleMania duo pay-per-view. I don't care. Anything's better than the Performance Center with empty chairs, like 3 panels for your stage, some sparklers, and like a boneyard match and a Firefly Funhouse match. Like, this is a disaster.
I'm going to go ahead and say it. This is the drizzling shits.
Yep.
This is worse than a train wreck.
Well, if you guys remember TLC 2017 with the whole flu incident, they had to rearrange the whole card. Obviously there was a crowd, but, this is a different circumstance. And plus, never really got to see Bray Wyatt's, I guess you could say, like, transgender character with the sister Abigail. And then you had, Kurt Angle replacing Roman Reigns that night as well.
Yeah.
That turned out to be a better pay-per-view than originally thought. This is the other way around, where it's going to be literally the opposite side of the spectrum.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly can't believe this pay-per-view is happening on Sunday.
And just remember, it's too big for one night.
Yes. Too big for just one night.
That when Tommy and Joey told me that this right here is all going that they're really going to do this right here, I looked at them both and said, "Nah, this ain't happening. You got it wrong." But they got it right.
I felt ashamed of myself announcing that it was taking place.
Yeah.
Well, apparently it has already taken place because they taped it on March 25th and 26th, and it's going to air on the WWE Network Saturday and Sunday, April 4th and April 5th, because it is too big for one night. So,
for what I'm hearing, this is one shred of good news. I'll believe it when I see it, though. It's going to be 3 hours and 15 minutes each night.
So it's not 8-hour WrestleMania last year.
Yeah, at least it's not going to be like 8 hours each night.
Oh, yeah.
That was dreadful.
Oh, yeah. Sitting for 8 hours, especially some blase matches you don't give 2 shits about.
Well, we do have a lot of blase matches for this
tell
year,
me
too.
about it.
So.
Absolutely.
I don't know. I fell asleep. So.
All right, so let's get this over with.
Well, should we
Here we
mention
go.
the WrestleMania host?
Oh, yeah, we came the best WrestleMania host of all time.
Oh,
New England Patriots tight end, Rob Gronkowski.
you mean the post humper?
Yeah, the post hump. Yeah.
Great call. I like that.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
He's going to rate the WrestleMania ring post now.
Yeah.
He probably will.
Because he already did the SmackDown. So
That's why it's 2 nights. The first night
It
is
is
going to be him.
Well,
so he gets started, and then the next night he can finish.
He's too big for two nights.
about the ring post. I think both of them deserves his little whoop-de-doo.
All right, so we are having a pre-show. I guess it's going to be 1 hour each night, so I'm assuming that's going to be one match. Maybe, unless they just do the panels of experts.
Yeah.
AKA David Otunga.
Yeah.
Hey, Harvard Law, man. He's an expert.
And Byron Saxton. You know the guys you don't give two shits about? They'll be on the panel.
You know, the guys that's even lucky to have a job.
And you're going to see, don't forget, you're going to see Sam Roberts. I call him Larry. He'll be on there.
David Otunga, tag team champions with John Cena.
Oh, that's an accomplishment.
Yeah.
Hall of Famer, future Hall of Famer.
John Cena will induct him.
Yeah, roll up there. It's a little commercial horse. Yo.
All right, so the first match listed here is Otis versus Dolph Ziggler with Mandy Rose in a singles match.
That's going to be a barn burner, man.
Oh, man, that's all the makings of a WrestleMania match.
Grab my popcorn for that one.
Can I be honest? Who gives a fuck about this match? Come on, let's be honest. Who gives they're fighting over Mandy Rose? I could give two shits about all three, to be honest with you. But fuck it, I'm going with Dolph Ziggler.
Same. I'm gonna go with Ziggler just because Otis is a fool. I'm sorry. This is the way it is.
He's an idiot.
All right, though. I'm going to put this plain and simple here, about as plain as I can put it. Mandy Rose, everybody's had her, so I don't know why they're fighting over. But I'm also going with Dolph Ziggler.
I also am going to go with Dolph Ziggler, but this does nothing for him. They've never utilized him properly, so whatever. This win doesn't matter for him, but go with Dolph Ziggler.
Okay, I'm going to be the ass clown here, and I'm going to go with Otis. You know, everybody's known for, WrestleMania moments and everything, and, especially having those guys who have, like, those upset victories, out of nowhere. So I think we might have some, like, reverse psychology where, like, Dolph Ziggler fucks up and Otis gets Mandy for the night or something like that.
But for the night.
For the night. Remember I said that.
I feel like this could go either way because nobody gives a shit. I'll just say Dolph Ziggler. It'll just be some heel win. Something stupid will happen, and he'll win in like 7 minutes.
Yeah.
Mandy will probably distract Otis, and then
truth.
Dolph's going to get the win.
Yeah, probably go up there, just a little kitty shot, and that's about it.
Well, she's there for a reason, so
There for a reason. Well, we all know the reason she's there, but
it's for her assets. All right, next we have the Kabuki Warriors versus Alexa Bliss and Nicki Cross for the Women's Tag Team Championships.
Why the fuck is this?
Yeah, why the fuck is this? Fuck it. I'm going with the Kabuki Warriors. Fuck it.
I'm also going to go with the Kabuki Warriors. I like Alexa Bliss, but it's just honestly, I don't give a rat's ass about this match, to be honest with you. And that the tag team women's division is an abomination. So, Pops there.
I'm going with Nicki Cross and Alexa Bliss. No, number one, I don't know how you guys feel about that, but I'm kind of this right here. I think they're both fucking hot, so I'm going with them.
I'm going to go with the Kabuki Warriors, but, I'm not going to give much explanation. You guys already covered it. I could care less. Kabuki Warriors. That's it.
Same here. Kabuki Warriors. I mean, I can really give a rat's ass about Alexa and Nicki. Not really sure what the fuck they were thinking about putting them together as a tag team. I mean, I don't really think they have the best of chemistry in the first place. So,
no, I like to put them together.
Well,
this is story.
Oh, fuck it. Kabuki Warriors. I mean, wasn't this match thrown together like yesterday? Like,
Yes.
Yeah. I'm only one that's going for Nicki Cross and Alexa Bliss. I don't believe this. Of course, I go for them anyway, so it don't matter.
We'd all go for them.
Oh yeah.
Alright. Sami Zayn versus Daniel Bryan for the Intercontinental Championship.
Well, we do have Cesaro and Shinsuke Nakamura on the outside with
Here's the thing. To me,
Sami Zayn.
Sami Zayn looks like a fucking Army Ranger now with his
Yeah.
goddamn shit. You see it? God.
No, he looks like Tom Hanks from Castaway.
Yeah. I'm going with Daniel Bryan.
With Gabagulak.
Yeah, with Gabagulak. Yeah.
Look for Wilson. If you're looking for Wilson,
I guess I'll go with. I'm assuming probably there's going to be some interference on the part of Sami Zayn. So I'm going to go with Sami Zayn. Pops there.
I'll also look for interference. I'm going with Sami Zayn too.
I'm going to go with Sami Zayn. I really could see this going either way, but there's just something about Sami Zayn, I guess, winning that's drawing me more to him winning. So I'm go with Sami Zayn.
I think it might go either way. I mean, first of all, we didn't really see a build up with, Sammy and Bryan in the first place. I mean, what happened to the rematch between Braun and Sammy? So, I'll go with Sammy on this one just to see, have him have a lengthy title reign for once.
I'll go with Sami Zayn. I feel like this is just a way to get him more heat. And I know Daniel Bryan said he's not planning on being a full-time wrestler much longer. So I feel like he's just trying to put some people over. And I'll go with Sami Zayn. And then we have the most WrestleMania match you could possibly have. Elias versus King Corbin.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Everyone's looking forward to this match up there with Dolph Ziggler and Otis.
This comes about because of Elias wants to, play that guitar for King Corbin.
Yeah.
While the schoolyard kids of Rob and Mojo push King Corbin over on SmackDown. For Elias just to throw him over the rope. Oh yeah, that's a good way to build a WrestleMania match there.
Yeah, it looked like me like they're in a damn schoolyard.
Fuck it, I'm going with King Corbin. I could give two shits about this match, but I'm going with King Corbin.
I believe this is Elias's first WrestleMania wrestling. I believe.
Yeah.
Maybe, or he was in the pointless Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal before. I don't know, but I'm gonna go with the fur man himself, King Corbin.
I tell you what, this is Elias's first WrestleMania, I think. I'm going to walk with Elias. I think they might be a little thing here.
I'm also going to go with Elias. King Corbin's just bad. I don't like it. I hate that he was Kurt's final opponent. So, Elias.
Oh my
God. I'm gonna walk with Elias on this one. Maybe take a guitar shot to the head.
I'll say Elias. I could easily see this just being some stupid squash match where he just bashes him with the guitar and then pins him. And then he walks out of the Performance Center.
No fanfare.
In front of that record-breaking crowd.
Sorry.
All right, another great WrestleMania match. Alistair Black versus Bobby Lashley with Lana.
I got a question. Why the fuck is this on the card too?
I don't even. That's bullshit. Bullshit match.
Fuck it. I'm going with Bobby Lashley. I never go with Bobby Lashley on anything. Fuck it. I'll choose Bobby Lashley.
There's a reason why you never go with him on anything.
Yeah.
Well, he always sucks. Just
Yeah.
I'll choose fucking Bobby Lashley. Fuck this match.
I'm gonna go with Alistair Black just because I think this is one of the more. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't think Bobby Lashley's a top star. Never has been. Never will be. But at least it's going to be a big win for Black to win over from doing squash matches and things of that nature.
Well,
So you're saying Bobby Lashley and John Cena wasn't the match of 2007?
No, but I will say him and Vince up there for the ECW championship. Now that's up there.
Oh, God.
with the do-rag.
Do-rag Vince.
Yeah.
What do you go with, Pops?
The only thing that I can see Bobby Lashley really getting any recognition for is the storyline by laying Lana. That's the only recognition I think he'll ever get.
So who do you choose?
I've always liked Alistair Black, so I'm going with Alistair Black.
I'm also going to go with Alistair Black. They've had so many chances to push Bobby Lashley over the years if they wanted to. Thankfully, they didn't. So I think Alistair Black deserves this win way more than Bobby Lashley. Bobby Lashley shouldn't even be on the WrestleMania card.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Alistair Black as well. Just because WWE's given him way too many opportunities of just like building him up as like a top guy, and I think this WrestleMania win against Lashley, like Joey said, not really the biggest superstar, but former world champion, would definitely be a good win on his card.
Yeah, well, he's also the former Impact World Champion too, so you gotta remember that.
Starting right there.
Highlight there.
Okay, I'll just go with Alistair Black just because there's really no reason. Like, it's pointless. And there's no reason why Bobby Lashley should win this. Nobody cares. I don't remember the last time I've even seen Bobby Lashley, to be honest. So, yeah, I'll go with Alistair Black.
I know the last time I seen Bobby Lashley was when he was facing Rusev in the Donald Duck T-shirt on Raw. I remember seeing Bobby.
Surprised you even watch Raw.
Actually.
Oh yeah.
Okay, the Street Profits versus Austin Theory and Angel Garza.
Oh God.
Who's Austin Theory?
He's from NXT.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now,
He's
he's
subbing for Andrade, who I heard was injured.
Yeah.
I've actually seen Austin Theory at a couple of these Northeast wrestling shows, so definitely not the top. Definitely not there yet. Especially after that incident yesterday. So.
I'll go with the fucking Street Profits. I hate them too. So,
Oh my God.
So I'll choose the Street Profits.
we can see Montez Ford go into convulsions.
Yeah, and do that fucking dance, whatever the fuck he does. This dick red solo fucking whatever the fuck it is.
I guess I'll go with them because I'll be honest with you. I have not seen too much of Austin Theory or Angel Garza, to be honest with you, because I don't watch too much wrestling nowadays anyway. But I do I definitely don't watch 205 Live, so I'm definitely not going to see Angel Garza on anything there. Pops.
Well, the thing about it is I could care less really about both of them. I don't like none of them, but I'll have to go with the Street Profits for that one. So,
I'm also going to go with the Street Profits. I am trying to picture in my head, remember these guys? Can't even remember them. That's how irrelevant they are to me. But I'm going to go with the Street Profits. Move on.
I'm just going to go with the Street Profits because I just don't see no point in Theory and Garza winning this match. If it was the other way around and they would have had Andrade and Garza, in this match, would have been better on Andrade's part if they actually had the tag team titles and Andrade's repertoire, being a dual champion.
I'll go with the Street Profits, even though I fucking hate them beyond belief.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This is just filler. Like, there was no chance. I don't think there's any chance of them losing here.
First night match.
Yeah. Okay. Next we have. Okay, so this was supposed to be a triple threat tag team ladder match, but from what we've been reading, it was John Morrison versus one of the Usos in the ladder match. I guess it's still for the tag titles. I don't really know. Yeah, it's just. I don't know. It's kind of just a free for all at this point. So yeah, John Morrison or one of the Usos.
I got a question. Where the fuck is the New Day in this?
Catering.
They're eating the bootios in the back.
Yeah, and the pancakes.
And pulling pancakes out of the crotch to eat them too.
I'll be honest, that's nothing. How the fuck you gonna change tag titles in a fucking single match? Fuck it, John Morrison. I don't give two fucks about this match either.
See, they tried to make John Morrison when he come back a big deal, and
he looks like 2010,
and it looks like 2009, 2010 all over again. He's back with the Miz in lower mid card
where he was before,
and that's going to stay. But I guess I'll go with Morrison over one of those. It doesn't matter which one it is, the one or the other jailbird, whichever one he is.
Question to me is this right here: Are this right here ready for the tag team title?
I guess.
I mean, one guy gets the belts and hand it to somebody else who they want to be their partner.
Would it even really matter?
No, not really. It's just stupid to me. But I'm going with Morrison. Fuck it.
I'm also going to go with John Morrison. I am a little bit biased. I like him. I met him. But, the Usos are just a little unreliable with all the, trouble they're getting into. Maybe they don't want to put the belts on them because, they're kind of unreliable. So at least with John, he doesn't, get into that trouble, I would say. So I'm going to go with John Morrison for representing The Miz,
Definitely going to go with John Morrison. Only because I believe he could do better spots with the ladder, especially with his experience doing like parkour and all the movies he's done these past couple years. And it would kind of just be useless just to have one of the Usos recognized, for the victory. I'll go with Morrison.
I think it's funny how we don't even know which Uso it is.
Yeah, they're
going to say Uso Penitentiary.
John Morrison. I mean, I'm assuming it's still for the titles, so I don't think they're going to lose the titles in a one-on-one ladder match. So, yeah, I'll go with Morrison.
Whatever you do.
The only way I could probably see the Usos winning is if they do some type of fucking Bella magic and do the fucking switcheroo.
That could be.
And whatever you do not buy the John Morrison Rockstar DVD.
Yeah,
Stay
one of
away
the
from that.
DVDs of all time.
Stay away from that.
That's a gem. Okay, next up we have Kevin Owens versus Seth Rollins. Singles match.
All right. I heard Buddy Murphy was supposed to be with Seth Rollins, but he's not going to be there. I'm gonna say this has the makings of a good match because they both have good chemistry, Kevin Owens and Seth Rollins. So I'm gonna have to go with Seth Rollins here.
This, don't get me wrong, both guys, decent talents, good talents, but there's just nothing that I'm interested in this match whatsoever. I didn't think it really needs to happen, but I guess I'd rather see Owens do a stunner on Rollins.
To me, I agree with Joe. We all know how talented they both are. We don't have to go into that. But I don't. Seth, I just don't know about him. He's kind of watered down to me anymore. I'm going with Kevin Owens.
I'm also going to have to agree. I have not been a fan of Seth Rollins since he was heel Rollins in 2015 with that laugh. Kevin Owens, I still like him, so I'm going to have to go with Kevin Owens for this. It's just Rollins just hasn't appealed to me for quite a while.
I'm not gonna lie. The whole Messiah character has been growing on me a little bit. I just kind of found it weird how he would recruit AOP and Buddy Murphy, which I mean I really don't mind. But the way I see this match is like a 2020 version of Triple H versus Stone Cold. One does the pedigree, one does the stunner. But I think I'm gonna have to go with Kevin Owens on this one.
I'll go Kevin Owens. I feel like he kind of needs it more than Seth Rollins does. Like, when's the last time Kevin Owens has had a legitimate one-on-one win here?
Wow.
It's been a while.
Oh wow.
Wow.
So I think he 100% deserves it. And Seth Rollins is kind of interchangeable. He can win and lose, and it just kind of stays the same at this point. So I would say Kevin Owens.
Which, that brings up a good point. That's actually the reason why I'm not really that behind Seth Rollins, because it doesn't matter if he wins or if he loses. He's still in that, like, upper tier level, and it hasn't pushed him and it hasn't diminished him. And I guess that's the reason why I've really been behind Rollins.
They put him as the kind of guy. It really doesn't matter if he wins or loses because he still holds that standard. So it really doesn't matter.
And I also feel like Seth Rollins has had a lot of WrestleMania wins these past couple years now, especially with his big moment at WrestleMania 31. His match with Triple H, the IC title at 34. So I think Owens definitely deserves some type of recognition and getting a big win here at Mania, even though it's not as big as it's supposed to be, you know.
All right.
What match are we at now?
Oh, God.
1,000.
Okay. We have Mark Callaway versus Alan Jones in the Boneyard match.
I'm sorry, guys. I have to say it. Who the hell is this?
Like, it's just, yeah. So
It's perfect.
technically, if you want to say The Undertaker,
What the hell is a boneyard match?
I think from what I heard, it's a buried alive match. It's just a
Then
little
why
more
the fuck call it a
PG.
boneyard? Why?
Yeah.
Why the fuck? Just say Barry. What the fuck's the difference?
I mean, when the boys first told me about this, right, I thought, what are they going to do? Go out in the desert and put bones out there and they're going to wrestle in the desert? Is that going to be a boneyard match? What the fuck?
They're wrestling Death Valley.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, that would be a good one, probably.
And I just hate how much they're breaking kayfabe with this storyline. Like, at this point, it's not even Undertaker and AJ Styles.
That sounds worse than Sting versus Vampiro in WCW 2000.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think AJ Styles is gonna help Undertaker here through this match. To be honest with you, finally, the Undertaker has a guy that could actually carry him a little bit. Because he is older. I'm not disrespecting the Undertaker.
He can carry himself, but he can't carry another person.
He can't carry another fucking person, you know. He could carry Goldberg, okay?
That's what I said. Now, in this right here match now, Undertaker has got help, okay? He has got all the help he needs to carry on this right here good match.
I'm going to have to go with the Undertaker. I think the Undertaker's going to win this match.
I'm going to go with Skull Cap Mark. So
I got to go with the Undertaker because, you know, I mean, don't get me wrong. Out of AJ, you know, I just the Undertaker. He's getting up there, and I just don't know how longer, you know, that his body's gonna take it. So out of respect, I've got to go with the Undertaker.
I'm also going to go with The Undertaker. It's very unfortunate that there's no streak on the line here. I think Brock and Roman should have never broke it. It should have still continued. But I really like how he's still keeping a little bit of the dead man character, but bringing a little bit of the American badass. And I think as he gets older, it kind of represents him better. I'm going to go with Taker for this Boneyard match.
I mean, either way, I think it goes either way with me. I mean, it could go both ways here, but the way I see it, I mean, what does Undertaker have left to prove, you know, especially against somebody like Styles? I mean, I think Styles would definitely deserve this victory here. And, I mean, the way I see Undertaker, it's more like Big Evil Undertaker transitioning back to his old school ways like he did in 03, 04. But the way I see it here, I mean, what does Undertaker have left to prove? I mean, why is he still even wrestling in the first place? Guy should have retired at WrestleMania 33, if anything. But I'm going to have to go with AJ Styles in this one.
Fucking boneyard. Imagine a one-on-one match with these guys in like 2009. Would have been absolutely phenomenal of a match. And then here we are in 2020 at Corona Mania. We have a boneyard match. I don't even know, like, because there's no athleticism here. You're just gonna throw someone in the hole. Like, I'll say AJ Styles. There's really no competitive nature to this. So you could easily just have the OC come out and interfere and get some kind of a heel win if you want him to be a legitimate heel still. I just don't think it's credible for The Undertaker to beat AJ Styles right now. But intelligence goes out the door with WWE, so fuck it.
Yeah, you got to think opposite of what a common person would think. So,
well, it's really kind of hard to think opposite of WWE when you could probably run the company now better than they ever could.
Exactly.
Well, a great concept like the Boneyard match.
And I gotta say, I don't think I'd ever come up with something like that.
Okay, we have a fatal 5-way elimination match for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Bayley, Lacey Evans, Naomi, Sasha Banks, and for some reason, Tamina.
First of all,
that's a clusterfuck right there.
I heard Dana Brooke was supposed to be in it, but she wasn't going to win fucking anyway, so it wouldn't really fucking matter.
Okay, Tamina just comes out on there and she kicks a bunch of bitches.
And that makes her in the match. Huh?
And that makes her in the match. I'm like, oh.
And by the way, she has no chance either. Let's don't kid ourselves. You know what? Fuck it. I'm going with Bayley.
I mean, anymore, it just seems like to me like they can come out with on the interview and kick another wrestler right now. Oh, they got to learn the match.
Well, you guys do know that Rob Gronkowski made the match between Elias and King Corbin. He goes,
oh yeah, we owe him the blame for that.
yeah, we owe him the blame for that match.
Good job, Gronk.
But I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with Bayley. Sasha's been just kind of a baby about this entire situation.
Yeah.
Ever since she lost the tag team titles, Tamina's pointless.
Yeah.
Naomi, she's all right, and Lacey Evans, she still needs to work.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go with Bayley.
I also gonna go with Bayley too because Sasha, she'll cry about everything, and the rest of them, I'm sorry, they do the best they can, but they need work, and she's the only one qualified to be in the match, really.
I'm going to go with Bayley as well. I know that Naomi had a win a few years ago, I think at 33. So it would just be kind of pointless for her to win. You guys are right. Sasha just complains, if it's not her way or the highway, there's just no one else I see winning that match. It's certainly it's not Lacey Evans, tell you that right now. So.
But she ain't in the match.
No.
Well, once again, I'm going to be an ass clown on this one, and I'm going to say Tamina, but I'm going to say she's going to hold it for like a week. Only because a WrestleMania moment. Let's go back to WrestleMania 32 with Zack Ryder holding the IC title and losing it the next night.
Oh, God. Yeah. And I called that one day, Ray.
I could probably see some like tension in the match. Bayley and Sasha not really getting along, and Sasha just basically being a crybaby bimbo. Like, what the fuck you doing? So maybe have Tamina have her WrestleMania moment finally, and just have her lose it, the following day or so.
He's right. They could be, that he's already said, two things, about, we all with opposite of him. This could be a WrestleMania shocker. Let's just say that now.
For zero fans.
Yeah. A shock is a shock.
What a reaction. I think it comes down to Bayley or Sasha Banks. It's because that rivalry's coming. That was the original match if it was going to be taking place in a stadium. I'll go with Bayley. I can easily see the whole blow-off of this rivalry being Sasha Banks beating Bayley finally. And you have that quotations feel-good moment. But, yeah, I'll go with Bayley. Next, we have John Cena versus The Fiend, Bray Wyatt, in a Firefly Funhouse match. Not to be confused with the Boneyard match.
Is this going to be also in a piece of shit house?
Is this going to be in the same house where Bray Wyatt goes with the rabbit and it has the Jerry Lawler X sign on his eyes?
Yeah.
And, that's where this is going to be?
Or the one with Randy Orton.
Yeah.
The House of Horrors.
You're going to put the house on fire again?
At this point, this WrestleMania sounds like a carnival.
I agree.
WCW 2000.
Oh God.
I'm going with the Fiend Bray Wyatt. I'm going with the Fiend Bray Wyatt here. There's no reason for Cena to win this fucking match, to be honest with you.
I'm going to feel like Roland on Beyond the Mat about Mike Modest not getting a contract. It's a travesty. If Bray Wyatt doesn't beat John Cena.
Well, it was a tragedy when Goldberg beat him at the fucking super fucking crap show.
Super house show.
Yeah, super house show.
But Bray Wyatt, the clown pants, sure, but I think that he needs to beat a more established wrestler. He has had some wins over this, but I think him beating John Cena might propel him for a new lease on life after losing to Oldberg. Pops.
Well, everybody knows how I feel about John Cena if his videos. I don't like the guy. Never liked him. Never liked him when he was OVW as a prototype. But that don't mean I don't respect the guy for what he's done, and he is an accomplished athlete, and he is a great wrestler. I will say that. But I'm going with the white man.
If there's a rant that I'm going to be doing in this video, it's going to be with Bray Wyatt, because they have put the plug on this guy and they have taken the plug from this guy so many times that you cannot take him seriously no matter what. They had a good thing going with this Fiend character, and then Hell in a Cell happened. And then Oldberg happened, with his life alert. But I'm going to go with Bray Wyatt, but he has had so many chances to, go forward and to really establish himself and be a name, but they have taken the rug out of this guy over and over and over again, and I can't take him seriously. I just can't.
It's like some of the other stars that they push and they push them. Then when they start getting a little momentum, they pull the rug out from underneath them. It's happened before. We all know that.
Well, I'm definitely going to have to go with Bray Wyatt. Like Nick said, definitely pulled the rug from out of him too many times. This is finally like a character that's finally going forward and finally giving him that proper recognition and push. And plus, it'd be a good way to rebuild Bray Wyatt after losing to Goldberg at the Super Show, and in another way, again, some redemption for John Cena after Cena beat him. What was it, 6 years ago at WrestleMania 30?
Yeah.
Yep.
And the way I see it, Cena has nothing more to prove. I mean, him being Bray Wyatt, wouldn't be really going forward anywhere. So I think Bray Wyatt definitely deserves this win, and John Cena can go back to doing his shitty movies. So
Yeah.
I don't trust this company at all. I'm going with John Cena. They're going to fuck this up even more than they already have. This is going to be one of those feel-good stories with John Cena winning at the Firefly Shithouse.
yes.
Like, this is... I can't trust these people. Look what they did at Super House Show. And I think it's actually worse. This feels like more of a house show than the Saudi Arabia pay-per-views.
Yeah.
And that's sad. But I'm going John Cena. I don't trust them to not screw this up even more than they already have. Okay, next up we have Edge versus Randy Orton in a last man standing match.
Should be a main event, no doubt.
Yeah.
If I had to, but of course Vince loves having the title as the main event. Rather it be the Blueberry title or the WWE title. This match is the one match that is the one I actually do want to watch. And they put so much effort into this, even though, it has been empty buildings.
Yeah.
No crowd reaction. But I think that, of course, it's going to be the feel-good story for Edge if he does win. But I think Orton's going to take it.
I'm going to go with Randy Orton as well. I think Edge is probably still going to be a part-timer. He'll just do this on a part-time basis. So there will be no reason for it. She should be why he should lose this match. Even though I would like to see Edge win it. It would be good, but I have to go with green, black, sleeveless Randy Orton here on this match.
Sleeveless hoodie.
This sleeveless hoodie.
I tell you what, this, they're trying to build. We all know the feud between Edge and Orton. It's been before. I don't know why they sold this right here, and I guess they didn't have nothing else to do. But Edge, I just don't think he's going to win because I would like one to, but I think they're just going to put Edge in some other category, maybe as a talent, maybe as scouting talent and stuff like that, which he would be very good at. But I'm telling you, this right here, I got to go with Orton.
I'm also going to have to agree with Randy Orton because the next pay-per-view, I don't think they would bring Edge back to continue anything. And the fact that Edge's last match at WrestleMania will no longer be against Alberto Del Rio, even if he loses the match, it is a win itself. That is no longer his last match at WrestleMania. So,
I'm definitely gonna have to go with Randy Orton on this one, only because I could see this match more as a like a brawl style type of match, and I don't really think they're going to showcase a lot of Edge's ring rust, see what he's been missing throughout the past couple of years, even though he demonstrated a good performance at the Royal Rumble. I think it's just going to be a pure like fist brawl, them going around the arena and then hitting that one spot and Randy getting the win, and plus with Edge being limited to only a certain amount of appearances in wrestling, we probably won't see Edge again until probably like SummerSlam. So I'm gonna have to go with Randy on this one.
I think the fact that Edge is part-time, I think Edge is going to win. Because it's not like they can have him lose this and then just have another rematch at Money in the Bank or whatever the hell next pay-per-view we're getting. So I feel like they're going to go for the feel-good moment. I think this pay-per-view is going to be very feel-good because of what's going on in the world. You know, this is Corona Mania. They got to make this feel good and put everyone in a good mood. They don't want to have some down ending. I would personally have Randy Orton win, gain some heat, you know, because he's on fire right now. You know, he is the best heel they have right now, which really says a lot. But, yeah, I'm going to go with Edge. And this is one of those things that pisses me off. Edge's return to WrestleMania in front of no one.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're not even going to get the big pyro unless they bring out colorful sparklers in the background or some shit. But I don't know. It's just disappointing. We're seeing Edge's first singles match back in front of nobody.
Yeah.
The millions watching at home, right?
Yeah. All right. Next we have Becky Lynch versus Shayna Baszler for the Raw Women's Championship.
Oh, God.
You mean the vampire Shayna Baszler, right?
Jesus Christ.
Let me tell you, I could give two fucks about Shayna Baszler. And I'm going to be honest, nowadays, I'm tired of Becky Lynch. Like, so, yeah. Like, I'm tired. I could give two shit. I didn't give two fucks about Shayna Baszler even when she was in NXT. So, why the fuck should I give a fuck that she's on the main roster? And Becky Lynch has been, I'm tired of her for a while now. She's been, to me, ever since she's been women's champion, she's been the shit, in my opinion. So, but I'm going to have, you know what? I think we'll have a new Raw Women's Champion. I got to go with Shayna Baszler.
I guess I'm going to go with vampire because, don't get me wrong, I love Becky Lynch, right? But this is the thing is, I wouldn't say that I hate her now or anything. It's just she's been so stagnant.
Yeah.
As a champion. There's no, usually when you're a champion, there's always peaks and valleys.
Yeah.
There's been no peaks.
Yeah.
Pops.
Well, you see, you really got, to me, you really got, you got beefcake and you got the man. See, you could probably flip a coin to this bullshit how I care. But I'll go with the vampire.
You go Shayna Baszler?
Yeah, I'm going with Shayna Baszler. Just because. Why the fuck not?
I'm also going to go with Baszler as well. Becky had her moment last year at WrestleMania against Crotch Rot. And Charlotte Flair. So I don't see them repeating history twice. They already did it. So I'm gonna go with Baszler for this match for something new,
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Miss Bite Barks. Only because I think they're really trying to build her up a little bit to be like a dominant female competitor. And plus, this past year, I have nothing wrong with Becky Lynch being a champion, but she's just been too bland, nothing really exciting, not really much, competitiveness. But, the way I see it, I think Shayna Baszler will win, especially down at the Performance Center, which is basically where she started. So have some type of backstory behind it. And maybe later on, for some reason, I can see WWE doing it, maybe putting her in a match against like Ronda at SummerSlam for the title, since they both have like an MMA background.
Nothing would make me happier than to see Becky Lynch lose here. I can't take her anymore, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
I just can't take it anymore. I don't like Baszler, but to me, it's better than Becky Lynch right now. And anything's better than Ronda Rousey, so at least there's that silver lining. But I'm gonna go with Baszler.
You got Hulk Hogan. You got Beefcake. Then you got Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, I'll go with new champion here. There's no reason not to, because it's been a year now that Becky Lynch has won. Okay. Next, we have Rhea Ripley versus Charlotte Flair for the NXT Women's Championship.
All right. I'll say this. When I seen that Charlotte won the Royal Rumble, he's one of the more talented wrestlers on the roster. But I'm sitting there like, I wish they would have gave it to maybe somebody that could have boosted their career a little bit, right? But when you're sitting there looking, you're like, who the fuck is there to win the Royal Rumble? So she wins it. And of course, you know, she's already been multiple time SmackDown, multiple time Raw, and shitty Divas, the piece of shit butterfly title. Why not go back to NXT? Not only that, but face one of the red hottest women on NXT in Rhea Ripley. And I think this match is going to be fan-fucking-tastic. I do. And I think that Rhea Ripley is going to retain her championship, and that's going to propel her to the next level.
Yeah, this has the makings of a great match, and like Joey said, I have to agree with him. I have to go with Rhea Ripley here because it will boost her status up even more if she beats Charlotte Flair. And I know Charlotte Flair will have no problem losing because she does it all the time when she needs to. So I'm gonna have to go with Rhea Ripley.
Well, we've all seen them both wrestle. We know how great talented they are. We've said this right here many times. But I think this right here is just to boost her up. Charlotte is going to take the fall, and it's going to skyrocket this Rhea Ripley to the height. And I tell you what, it's going to be a great match, and I'm looking forward to her winning.
I know you love Charlotte Flair, Pops, but I'm going to have to go with Rhea Ripley. You know, they need someone to step up. And, you know, with Bayley and Charlotte Flair and, you know, even Becky, as much as, you know, she can be, you know, whatever, they need someone to be that possible next star on the main roster. I think that Rhea winning this match would benefit more for when she maybe does make it to the main roster at some point, because Charlotte's already been there, done it multiple times. So, yeah, I'm going with Rhea Ripley.
Well, let's face it, the women's division nowadays is pretty much trash. But I think if we really want to see a new, you know, women's wrestler transcend to, you know, further heights, I think we have to give it to Rhea Ripley, only because Charlotte has accomplished so much within, you know, her 6 years in WWE, you know, not just to say she's Ric Flair's daughter, but the way I see it, I think this might be match of the night, 5 stars, or how Meltzer would say it, 6 stars.
He'll never say that.
No. He'll say for the Young Bucks, though.
An AEW show.
He'll never say that. You know that.
It's about the Tokyo Dome.
He'll give the Bucks 8 stars.
But I'll definitely have to give it to Ripley in this one.
This is the only match I'm looking forward to on this entire card. I'm going with Ripley here. If you have Shayna Baszler win the title, I feel like this is a good way to have somebody retain the title. So I'm just kind of scared that Vince cares more about beating AEW, and he's going to have Charlotte win. And I love Charlotte. I think she's the best on the main roster in terms of the women's division. But this would be a good... it would be good for her to put somebody over in a big way.
Yeah, yes, it would be. I agree. I do agree with that.
So, yeah, I'm going with Ripley. Then this is, like I said, this is the only match I'm really looking forward to. This could be great. Okay. Speaking of great, we have Goldberg versus Braun Strowman.
Now, as we all know, it was supposed to be Roman Reigns, but due to the pandemic these days, and Roman being subject to this pandemic, they have switched it to Braun Strowman. Now, I don't hate Roman Reigns, but he's always just been the guy that don't get me wrong, he looks good and stuff, and he's a decent wrestler. It's just there's just nothing I care about right? But you're gonna go with somebody that could probably carry at least a decent match with Goldberg to Braun Strowman, who's kind of like Goldberg, has the impact of moves, things of that nature. I don't think this is going to be that good of a match. And I want to know, when is Braun Strowman going to defend that shitty 50-man Greatest Royal Rumble shitty green belt in Saudi Arabia?
Yeah.
He might as well put it against Goldberg's Blueberry Championship.
True.
But I think Goldberg is going to retain this, honestly. And it's going to be a shitty match.
I hope Goldberg loses this son of a bitch, to be honest with you. I'm tired of these old fucking part-time motherfuckers getting these belts that don't deserve it.
Look at Edge. He has a last man standing match.
Well, he's a good part-timer. He ain't in no fucking main event push.
No title picture. No
title picture. I can understand that. But really,
Edge don't need one. He's already accomplished his rights.
Goldberg fucking beating the Fiend. I knew it was going to fucking happen. And it was a tragedy.
Yeah.
What a way to bury the guy.
Yep.
You know, and I hope Braun Strowman beats the shit out of him. That's what I hope. And I'm going with Braun Strowman. And I hope he power slams him straight through the goddamn ring. That's my goddamn
Well, to me, you know,
Braun Strowman, new champion.
You know, we've seen this shit with Braun Strowman when they brought him in. He's the monster. He can turn over animals. He can turn over sea mines. He can turn over everything.
He can beat James Ellsworth.
Yeah. Then the next thing you know, he's tag teaming with a kid. Okay, that right there was fucking shitty as a motherfucker.
So who you choose, Goldberg or Strowman?
I tell you what though, the way they're doing these guys right here and doing the part timers, I'm going with Goldberg. And Berg.
Braun Strowman is in a very similar situation, in my opinion, to Bray Wyatt. They have pulled the rug on this guy many times before, although not as badly as Bray Wyatt, in my opinion. But they've still pulled the rug out many times before. I think that if Roman Reigns was on the show, I think he would have won the title, because I don't think Goldberg's going to be keeping the title for very long. So with that logic, I'm going to go with Braun Strowman. If, Goldberg retains, God only knows how much longer they're going to, keep him on for. I think that this could be a last chance for Braun Strowman to really prove himself if they let him win the title, unlike Bray Wyatt, who you cannot take serious. But there's just a very small hope left for Braun Strowman, in my opinion. Very small, though, but still there.
As much as I would like to see Braun Strowman win the Universal title, and as much as I would like to see Goldberg headbutt a locker room door and knock himself out, I'm probably going to have to give this to Goldberg, only because I feel like Vince and the WWE really wanted to have Roman to have that big win against Goldberg so they could just say, oh, he beat another legend. So I think Goldberg might retain this Smurf-looking title here, and then we'll have a build-up between Roman and Goldberg at the next pay-per-view, which will probably be Roman's victory.
This is a disaster. Like this,
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know. Like, why not have Matt Riddle versus Goldberg? Because they already have heat. Like, that actually could have been an intriguing match. I don't like Matt Riddle, but at least there's already heat there. you already planted the seeds for many times. Like, why Braun Strowman? Why?
Because Goldberg is not going to put over Matt Riddle, bro. He says he's not going to work with him.
You're not my bro.
My bro.
Yeah, I'm going with Goldberg. This is just filler, just to get us to Roman and Goldberg.
Yep.
You're not going to set up a match and then not have it. It's going to happen eventually. But, yeah, I was just happy to get the title off of Goldberg, but hey, now we get to deal with it for like another 6 months. So at least there's that.
Yeah.
Okay. Finally, we have Brock Lesnar versus Drew McIntyre, the winner of the Royal Rumble this year, for the WWE Championship.
All right. I was so happy when I seen that Drew McIntyre won the Royal Rumble. Because this is a guy that I've seen could have been a top star after his Intercontinental Championship run. Never came to be. They put him with Hinder, Gender, and fucking Heath Slater. Then, he eventually gets released, goes to Impact, win that championship. Like, that's a fucking defeat. But comes back, NXT champion, and then he gets on the main roster. Wasn't used correctly, wasn't used good, and finally gets the opportunity to prove himself. And this is the most tragedy about it. Rather Goldberg wins, you're going to hear silence, or if Drew McIntyre wins, you're going to hear silence, because we do know the indoor attendance record of the Performance Center is going to be 0 this year. And I'm hoping that Drew McIntyre at least gets the victory at WrestleMania.
Like, Drew McIntyre, I agree. He has worked his ass off to get where he was. He worked his ass off. Unlike fucking Jimmy Johns over here, who's been fucking in Bloomington, Minnesota, fucking cow doing what the fuck he does. Don't deserve the best. I'm going with Drew McIntyre. I hope he wins because he's been on a roll and he deserved to win the Royal Rumble and he deserves to win this championship. A champion that actually shows up every fucking week, unlike fucking Mr. Jimmy Johns here.
Okay, I do like McIntyre, I really do, but the sad part about it is, you see, and we've said it before, that they build these guys up so high to pull the rug out from underneath them. Here's the way my prediction is going to go down. Suplex City, F5, 1, 2, 3, it's over. I'm going with Brock Lesnar.
And then we hear crickets.
I'm going to go with Drew McIntyre, but I totally agree with you, Joey. This is an absolute travesty. With Drew, if he wins, it deserves to be in front of thousands of people at WrestleMania to main event. But I still want to see him win. I just feel bad for him that it's not going to be in front of anybody. For someone who's worked really hard to get back to be in that top spot and not celebrated with all the fans, that's got to hurt. But I'm still going to go with Drew McIntyre because I cannot stand Brock Lesnar. So Drew McIntyre.
Well, as much as Brock Lesnar pisses me off, and I love Drew McIntyre, won the Royal Rumble, finally got some momentum in his career with the crowd hype. But like everybody's been saying, with no crowd this year, Drew McIntyre ain't going to really get that crowd hype for if he wins the title at Mania. So the way I see it, I think Lesnar might win only because I want to see Drew in front of a crowd win the WWE Championship and actually get that deserved moment of, his career.
I'm kind of 50-50 on this one. I could easily see them putting a hold on Drew McIntyre's win until you can do it in front of a legitimate crowd. Because it's one of those moments where you're going to want to play back over and over again for that pop, but then he just 1, 2, 3 gets the win, then he walks out with the title. That's not that memorable moment that he deserves. I'm going to say Drew McIntyre. I'm not confident about that, but at this point, there's really nothing they can do. So they're just going to have to put the title on him and just accept the circumstances.
I agree.
Yeah, they got to do it. Like, everyone's tired of seeing Lesnar. I'm sorry.
Now, I will say this. I know, or we hope that Paul Heyman is going to be with Brock Lesnar. Now, I'm hoping that Brock Lesnar comes out separate than Paul Heyman, and I want Paul Heyman to come out like he did last year to Real American, like he did last year. Because I want Paul Heyman's new theme song to be Real American, because it was fucking hilarious. But I just want to throw that in there.
I mean, overall, like, I don't know, a scale of 1 to 10 before we end this. We'll go around again. How excited are you for this pay-per-view?
Oh, since there's no crowd and it don't feel like a WrestleMania, I have to say a 2.
I'm going to go just a little bit higher. I'm going to go to a 3 because there are some good matches I see on here, or that could be a good matches. And, of course, I'm just a little intrigued about the Firefly Funhouse match and the Great Bone match. I want to see how that goes down. But I'll go a 3 out of 10 about how excited I am for WrestleMania.
I will also go as a 3 because I do see some that I hopefully will be some decent matches in this right here. Only a few that I say, but I think that if it, because they got the right chemistry with some of these matches, I think some of these matches are going to be really outstanding. Nobody will be able to see it. There'll be no cheers, there'll be no fanfare, no nothing like that right there, which is the sad fucking part about it.
I'm going to give it a 4. I'm definitely not really looking forward to this WrestleMania at all. I mean, there's a few matches on there, Edge and Randy Orton, Brock and Drew, only if Drew wins. A few matches I'll be a little more lenient, but this is just very just bland, and I'm just not really looking forward to it. But I will, because it's WrestleMania. I'll watch it.
Come on. You're not excited about Elias and Keith Corbin? Come on, that's gonna be match of the night.
Yeah, Otis and Dolph. Come on, that's a WrestleMania match with the greatest of these.
Yeah, they're gonna tear the house down with those.
That's up there with Hogan and Andre.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna be remembered in the annals of WrestleMania history, baby.
That's it.
Rock in Austin, baby.
The way I see it, I'm going to go a little bit lower. I'm going to give it a 2.5. I mean, only 2 matches I'm practically looking forward to is Edge versus Orton and Charlotte versus Rhea. Only because those 2 matches I feel like are the only matches besides Brock and Drew that had, a backstory behind it and a build-up, and a lot of these matches were just like thrown together last minute. So
I'm going to go with a 2. Mainly just because I want to see how much of a disaster it's going to be. It's the intrigue factor.
Yeah.
Like, I'm intrigued. You have my attention because of how...
It's like a fucking car crash.
Exactly.
I want to see it. You just want to look and watch it just to see the train wreck.
You want to see the impact when they crash right into each other.
Don't be mentioning impact now.
It's like what Jim Cornette says. It's like two dogs fucking at the side of the road. You can't help but look away.
Yeah,
exactly.
And I'm looking forward to, like I said, the NXT women's match. But here's the problem. A match can only be so good without a crowd to enjoy it.
Yeah.
You have this great spot, but there's not going to be a pop. There's not going to be any reaction.
The wrestlers are trained to
feed off the fans.
crowd.
That's what they do. They feed off the fans. There's not going to be no fans there. So I'm thinking, I don't know how anybody else feels, but I'm thinking that they're not really going to give it their all. I really just don't think. I think it'll be just like in the locker room. Well, we'll do this right here. We'll do this high spot right here, and then we'll cool it down. I'll take the fall. You'll get the win. We'll pack up. We'll get the fuck out of here.
This is like when I think it was The Rock went against Mankind in that arena with no fans there. So,
At least that was entertaining.
yeah. So
it's just going to be bad. I'm sorry.
I'm already giving this show the thumbs down.
Oh, I give it 2 thumbs down.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait to review it.
I can't wait for the Blu-ray release.
Oh, God.
Oh God, it's going to be horrible.
Come on, guys, too big for one night. Remember, April 4th and April 5th.
Shit.
So nice they had to do it twice.
We should call it 2-night stand instead of 1-night stand.
Yeah.
Well, see, if they went for the first one, for the first one night stand, they're definitely not going to go back for the second one.
Oh.
It's basically a double feature.
Yeah, you know, I'm going to try to get through the matches that it's really going to suck bad, which I don't know. I don't know. I'm probably lowering myself or something like that right there. But even the matches that I think are going to be great, it may not be all that great that I think it's going to be. Because it's like I said, the crowd is not the crowd. There's not going to be no crowd. There's not going to be no pop. There's not going to be no cheers. There's not going to be no booze. Even the booze, gets them going sometimes.
Yeah, no motivation.
Yeah,
here at all.
There's not going to be nothing there for them to really do something exciting about. I don't know, man. To me, it's a letdown. It's just going to be a letdown to me.
Well, I guess that about does it. It's going to be an interesting show. More for the intrigue, unfortunately. It's just sad because there's never been a WrestleMania that has had this. I mean, there's been bad WrestleMania builds and like WrestleMania 29. That doesn't feel like a WrestleMania, but it's still a WrestleMania. It's still a stadium. There's still, pyro. There's a huge stage that they've constructed. This is literally just nothing.
This is the same venue that you're going to see that you've been watching on SmackDown, that you've been watching on Raw, that you've been watching on NXT. Just an empty performance center.
Yep.
Sad.
But does everyone want to go around, do some plugs?
Do some plugs. Well, you guys can always make sure that you guys enjoy the video. Make sure you guys give it a thumbs up. It would be very appreciated.
Yeah.
Also, you guys can like us on Facebook, facebook.com/WrestlingRampage2. You can follow us on Twitter @WrestleRampage. Also, you can follow me and Tommy on Instagram. We'll post some pictures and things of that nature on there. Pops, unfortunately, is not a social media hound.
This day and time, it pays not to be.
And make sure you guys hit that subscribe button on the Wrestling Rampage YouTube channel.
Well, I'm Nick Kurtz. Don't really put out too many videos as I used to. Going to try to get back into that. Starting to get some motivation again. But, check me out. I'll definitely be putting up some videos very soon. So,
Well, I'm gonna have to say this is the biggest video in my YouTube career, and I'm glad to be doing it with all you guys here. Thank you guys for giving me the opportunity to join you guys. Description down below, DanTheBeast 94. I got a couple videos out, still starting, but hoping to make my way up there. And once again, guys, thank you. Thank Nick, Wrestling Rampage, DVDFreak. Just something I never thought I'd be a part of. So,
well, awesome to have you. But yeah, DVDFreak. I'm not too big on social media. I more just keep it if people want to get in contact with me or something. Twitter and Instagram, the DVD Freak, and then YouTube, of course. And right now I'm just doing WrestleMania DVD reviews, and we'll see where it goes after that.
I want to say this before we go. I'm real glad we did this right here, because I think you guys are amazing. I think what you do is great, and I am so proud to be here and do this right here, WrestleMania, with you guys, and it has been an absolute, to me, pleasure.
Yeah, we're trying to do some videos together for a while now,
Yeah.
It's just never worked out, but I'm glad we can now. So.
Yeah.
All right, well, it's been fun.
Oh, yes.
Hope everyone else enjoyed.
Give it a thumbs up.
Yeah, for sure.
Hey, give it a thumbs up. Don't be an asshole and give it a thumbs down.
Oh, there will be.
Oh, I know there'll be assholes.
Over 2 hours long of extravagant WrestleMania.
the pin drop shit.
Yeah.
All right, well, I guess this has been the DVD Freak. Nick Kurtz, DanTheBeast, Wrestling Rampage. Peace out.